Upper Montclair. And this is the morning bus. I said that before, so I'm saying it now. The morning bus here with Victor Muniz Rosa, Cam Martin, Joe Verga, Tanner Price, and Danny Krastek. So, how you guys doing?
Sad.
Very, yeah, we're gonna talk about that soon.
Well, we talk about that, but
yeah, don't worry, you're gonna talk about it in less than 5 minutes.
I know, but it's just been
yeah, that's why, as you can see, most of us are in black because we are in mourning because of what happened yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
Bus, you could say.
Oh, I'm living. I'm fully wearing the merch from the show about death. So
yeah,
living this life.
So before we talk about the sad news, let's hear Danny Krastek give us the
other news.
The actual news.
The rest of the news.
The rest of the news. So Danny, are you ready?
I am ready, yeah. Hi, I'm Danny Krastek coming to you from the Shadow Realm, not in the same studio as everybody else.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. In national news, just as Florida is starting to rebuild after Hurricane Ian, Nicaragua has just been hit by Hurricane Julia. The storm hits as a Category 1 hurricane and is expected to tear up the coast of Central America. It is not yet projected to hit the U.S., but it's still a storm to keep our eyes on just because of the proximity. We'll be talking about this later on in our show. In state news, Voltacos in Ocean City closed its door for the final time yesterday. The Italian restaurant opened back in 1954. The owner, Jeff Tacarino, stated that he's ready for a change in his life, having worked for the restaurant for the last 3 decades. Ocean City will mourn the loss of one of its most iconic restaurants. In local news, Mayor Spiller of Montclair Township declared a state of emergency regarding water after a water line broke over in Nutley. The township sent out an emergency alert to citizens' cell phones on Sunday morning, warning that non-essential water use was prohibited. The school sent out an email later in the day to clarify that this state of emergency did not apply to Montclair State students, as the school uses a different water source than the rest of the town. Again, we will be talking about that later in our show. The weather today is partly cloudy with a high of 67 and a low of 43. The humidity level will be 73% with air quality at a level of 28. I'm Danny Krastek with the 7 a.m. news report.
Thank you so much, Danny, for that.
Wait, time out. I could, use essential water. Had used my water for non-essential use yesterday.
Yeah. Basically.
What would you have done, Cam?
Actually, drank water.
Please drink water.
Isn't that essential? Like,
I didn't
hydrate.
drink
Essential.
Yeah, that's pretty essential.
I'd call it essential use.
I drank water in like 2 days.
Drink some
water.
Drink
Gosh, water. Eat water.
Yeah. Survive.
I'd call it essential use, Cam.
But like, here's the thing: like, essentially something like shower, brush your teeth.
Wow.
If you need it to literally survive, I think it's necessary.
Danny,
I beg to differ.
I don't know, Cam. I'm impressed, but we got the sports cast, and we got special music for this. So Tanner, take it away.
It's over. 101 wins for absolutely nothing. New York Mets eliminated from the 2022 postseason. They lost 6-0 to the San Diego Padres. Lost in the wild card round, wild card series 2-1. The Mets in this game, one hit over 9 innings. And sadly, another season has come and gone, and the Mets are still in the same spot that they were at the start of the season. And now they have to look forward to the offseason as the Phillies and the Braves and the Yankees and teams that the Mets don't like try to win a championship. Those Yankees, who are gearing up to start the playoffs, will not have Aroldis Chapman on the postseason roster. Chapman missed a mandatory team workout on Friday and will not be on the playoff roster and will also face disciplinary action. The Mets couldn't win, but New York football does. The Giants upset the Green Bay Packers by a score of 27-22 in London. The G-men were down 17-3 at one point, but did not give up, and running back Saquon Barkley would give them a 27-20 lead with 3:34 left. The Giants are now 4-1 this season and return to the U.S. next week for a battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The Jets with a dominant win over the Miami Dolphins by a final score of 40-17. Dolphins quarterback Teddy Bridgewater was injured on Miami's first offensive play. The fourth quarter did start with the Jets only up by 2, but that would change with the Jets scoring 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and they improved to 3-2. The Jets travel to Lambeau Field next week to take on the Packers. And also, Cam, I heard you lost in fantasy this week.
The guy to my left. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
So you want to talk about the worst week possible? So not only did I lose in fantasy, not only did the Mets get eliminated from the playoffs, not only did the Steelers lose yesterday, not only did the Red Hawks lose on Saturday night, I pulled my hamstring. More on that later. I pulled my hamstring, and not only did I lose in that fantasy league, but in all my fantasy leagues, I did not win a single matchup this week.
Wow. This is something
Ow.
for the history book.
This is just pain. Back-to-back weeks of pain.
L.
Camp,
Sports.
that was sports.
Sports.
It was-
L.
No, that's just sadness.
It's sadness. Sadness. Especially if you're a Mets fan like us.
Especially
L plus your team is bad.
Thank
This
you.
is getting off the rails, so I'm getting
no,
back-
it's Tuesdays.
Exactly. But getting back to the news, we have another hurricane, sadly. Hurricane Julia hit Nicaragua's Caribbean coast on Sunday and dumped torrential rains across Central America before an expected reemergence over the Pacific. Julia hit as Category 1 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 85 miles per hour. Luckily, its winds has dipped to tropical storm force of 50 miles per hour by late afternoon as it pushed across Nicaragua. The U.S. National Hurricane Center said Julia was centered about 45 miles west-northwest of Managua, the capital, and was moving west at 16 miles per hour. It said life-threatening flash floods and mudslides were possible across Central America and southern Mexico through Tuesday, with the storm expected to bring as much as 15 inches of rain in certain areas. Colombia's National Disaster Agency reported Sunday that Julia blew the roofs of several houses and knocked over trees. At this time, no deaths were reported out of Colombia. In Nicaragua, Vice President Rosario Murillo told TN8 television that there have been no reports of deaths so far, but power and communication were cut to some areas. She said that 9,500 people have been evacuated to shelters. Heavy rains and evacuations were also reported in Panama, Honduras, and Costa Rica, where some highways were closed due to the downpours. Guillermo Gonzalez, director of Nicaragua's disaster response system, told official media that people at high risk have been evacuated from coastal areas by noon Saturday. The Army said it delivered the humanitarian supplies to Bluefields and Laguna de Perlas for distribution to 118 temporary shelters. So another hurricane and devastation is happening, and it's sad that we keep seeing this happening once again. So how you guys feel?
So for starters, it's just it's just heartbreaking to see, because you're seeing so many hurricanes. I understand it's hurricane season, but the number of hurricanes that are just bigger hurricanes, not just like some small, like they're actually super storms. Well, this is Category 1, but it's still like that's still a powerful winds for Category 1. It's just like, wow, why so much devastation in one sitting? What is going on? It's just one of those things that kind of like open up your eyes, like what can we do to stop this?
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, why, there has to be a better way to manage this type of stuff, and create more strong infrastructure so that people don't lose their houses. I think that's one of the most important things, because it happened in Puerto Rico, and it happened in Florida. It's happening now in Nicaragua and some places in Colombia. And like, what is happening? We know that this could happen, so why not create the infrastructure that will sustain these types of storms? So hopefully that will change in the future and stuff like that. What the other people in the room think? Joe, maybe in the shadow realm, what do you guys think?
I mean, yeah, we've talked about hurricanes a lot in these past couple of weeks. It's always kind of like the same thing. Like it's really hard to see, especially countries that aren't like as far progressed, like devastated by all of this kind of stuff that's happening.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
There's really not much more you can say to. There's really not much more you can say to that.
Yeah, I agree. So let's kick it to our next story, which is also kind of a
Oh, this is
tragic.
It is tragic.
So Cam, take it away.
This is the Russian-Ukraine updates. So Russia unleashed a lethal barrage of strikes against multiple civilian targets, including downtown Kyiv. If you see the videos, they're just horrifying, absolutely horrifying. Russian President Vladimir Putin said the strikes were in retaliation for what he called Kyiv's terrorist actions, including an attack last weekend on a key bridge between Russia and annexed Crimean Peninsula that is prized by the Kremlin. The intense hours-long attack marked a sudden military escalation by Moscow. It came a day after Putin called the explosion on the huge bridge connecting Russia to the annexed territory of Crimea a, quote, terrorist act masterminded by the Ukrainian special services. At least 8 people were killed and 24 were injured in just one of the Kiev strikes, according to preliminary information, said Roslav Smirnov, an advisor to Ukrainian Ministry of Internal Affairs. Putin, speaking in a video call of members of the Russian Security Council, said the Russian military launched a precision weapons from the air, sea, and ground to target key energy and military command facilities. But the sustained barrage on major cities hit residential areas and critical infrastructure facilities alike, pretending a major surge amid a successful Ukrainian counteroffensive in recent weeks. It's just all the imagery we've seen, and if our World College Radio Day theme was all about peace,
Yeah,
and seeing how we're still far from it, it's just always it doesn't resonate well. It's just always that thing that just runs in the back of my mind, like, what can we do?
Yeah, what can we do? We're at least here in WMSC and many college radios, as you said before, we did our best by promoting peace, and World College Radio Day is such an important day for college radio, and we put our message out there, and I think hopefully people hear our voices in some way to help Ukraine and Russia end this war. So I'm gonna kick it to some music. I got Thinking About You by Frank Ocean, and I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll be right back.
Think about you too, man.
A tornado flew around my room before you came.
Metamates, here we go. Facebook, what's up? 9.3 WMSC Upper Mount
Sup,
Claire.
Yo.
Hello, Facebook.
So I love that Cam's in a good mood. Thank you. A good mood for. It's just that we're trying to set the camera so we can see Danny from the other room.
Danny, what you watching, bro?
I'm watching the screen
Oh, you
because I can't see everybody else any other way.
on your phone, man.
I don't know. It's early. I'm still waking up. How are you guys still already energized?
Well, here's I have a show at 5 a.m.
That's true.
That's-
You get
It's just
crap.
certifiably crazy.
That's
Yeah.
all. I go 6 a little after 2.
The sadness fuels me.
Yeah.
I just chugged a monster.
Pain.
Yeah.
Fuel.
Coffee helps. So we got another story. CNN issues an apology. CNN pulled the story of the tragic massacre of Thai preschoolers and apologized Sunday over criticism. The media giant faced massive backlash as its journalists entered the daycare where the children were slain and filmed the crime scene without permission. The 2 CNN journalists involved were fined after authorities found that they had been working in the country after entering on tourist visas. They were cleared of wrongdoing for entering the daycare center where more than 20 children were killed. An investigation done by local police had determined that journalists believed they have obtained permission to enter and film after being waved into the building by a volunteer or a health officer, and were unaware the person was not authorized to allow them inside. They each agreed to pay fines of $5,000, 5,000 baht, which is $133, and leave the country. Both journalists apologized, as did CNN's International Executive Vice President and General Manager Mike McCarthy. In a statement, he said his reporters sought permission to enter the building, but the team now understands that these officials were not authorized to grant this permission, adding that it was never their intention to contravene any rules. He said CNN had ceased broadcasting the report and had removed the video from its website. Authorities began looking into the incident after a Thai reporter posted an image on social media of 2 members of the crew leaving the scene of the massacre. One CNN crew member was seen climbing over the low wall and fence around the compound over police tape, and the other was already outside. That prompted criticism from the Foreign Correspondents Club of Thailand, which said it was dismayed by CNN's coverage and the decision to film the crime scene inside. This was unprofessional and a serious breach of journalistic ethics in crime reporting. I agree. The ethics here are not there. They really did. It's not that, the health officer told them to come in. It's that they came in and recorded it and obviously try to, put it on the air on CNN, and it was on the website and they had to take it down. I don't know where the ethics was here. This is devastating.
They're non-existent.
They out the window.
Yeah, they threw that out the window.
They left as fast as my girlfriend. Oh wait, I don't have one. It didn't exist. The ethics did not exist at all.
Yeah.
Like
That was amazing.
Slow
That
clap
was
in the
a
back
great
of
way of
Isaiah.
putting it. That was a great way of
Like,
putting it, Cam.
they just what's the all genius to just all the ideas, all the great ideas CNN just said, poof, like the Mets playoff run.
Oh my God. We gotta stop talking about the Mets because we can't anymore.
But to kind of bring us back in, like, I feel like the level of audacity that you would need to have in order to do something like that, like you gotta have, it's gotta be up there.
I prefer
And this-
audition, but that's not the point.
What did you say?
I prefer audition, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
And
I-
the audacity. And,
Yeah, the level of audacity one would need to have.
Oh, I'm well aware. I'm saying
I get the joke,
made the
but
joke. It's
I don't know
not
if the
that joke.
listeners are understanding it, but us in
It's
WCW
not a
understand
joke.
it.
It's
Oh,
not
no,
a
it's
joke.
not.
Like, in full honesty, the level of audacity someone would need to
Yeah.
have in order to go in.
to
do something.
that bold is crazy.
Exactly. See, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, yeah.
That bold is
No, I know.
crazy.
I try to play on words, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Yes. To be that like, first off, that morally blind, that morally deaf, to not even like to be that tone deaf is crazy. I don't think
Yeah.
tone is the right word.
Well, I think it's crazy too. And like, do you think journalism in today's age.
Before we get to that, Tanner, I probably forgot you off like 3 times.
I was just gonna say, these are CNN professionals, so it's not like they've gone through.
This is the face of journalism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they've probably gone. This is kind of what we're talking about, like with the state of journalism. They've probably gone through like college, everything, to be able to get on
exactly.
CNN,
I probably want the,
Yeah.
and now, like they just don't think here, which is just insane.
The logic just said poof.
Yeah,
Watch it come out
and
the
it's,
window.
it's sad because I don't know how many of you are journalism majors, but at least me, I'm a journalism major, and I see this, and I'm like, this is why people.
This is why people lose their jobs.
Yeah,
This
that's
is like this. The lack of professionalism shown here is exactly why people lose their jobs, because you have one shot to get to get the right to do the right thing,
mhm.
and you do this.
Yeah, it's insane.
Come on now.
Yeah, it loses hope for like at least me, that I want to be a great journalist in the future, and this just makes me sad that this is happening. People are gonna see this and not trust us as journalists.
Exactly.
So that's the big thing, and that's why people take information and there's a lot of misinformation in media and stuff like that, and this is sad. This is just sad that this type of things keep happening. But we got another story. Cam, take it away.
Reclaiming the land. We are reclaiming the land for those that were taken from us. We shall get our. I don't know if we shall get our reparations back on this one. 5 California tribes will reclaim their right to manage coastal land significantly to their histories under a first-in-the-nation program backed with a $3.6 million in state money. The tribes will rely on their traditional knowledge to protect more than 200 miles of coastline in the state. As climate change and human activity have impacted the area severely. By the way, this is all happening in California. Did I mention that before? Yes, I did. All right, cool. Some of the tribes' work will include monitoring salmon after removal of a century-old defunct dam in the Redwood Forest in the Santa Cruz Mountains. They will also be testing for toxins in shellfish, while also educating future generations on traditional practices. The partnership comes 3 years after California Governor Gavin Newsom apologized for the state's previous violence and mistreatment against indigenous people. Newsom said the state should allow more co-management of tribes' ancestral lands. Megan Rocca, who is the Tribal Marine Stewards Network Leadership Council, that's a mouthful and a half, said these coastal areas will hold will hold cultural significance for various tribes, making the partnership monumental. The network plans to create agreements between tribes and with the same state governments for managing these areas. Leaders plan to expand the network to include more tribes throughout the state, Rocca said. California has 109 federally recognized tribes, the second highest number in the country behind Alaska. But there are many tribes that are also not federally recognized.
Oh wow! So
they're taking their lands back,
and I think this is a great, that they're reclaiming their land. Obviously in U.S. history, we got the Trail of Tears and stuff like that, where
the settlers forced the everybody, all the indigenous people to move out west.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as Cam summarized it, and yeah, I believe that this should keep happening, because these types of tribes have suffered so much through the years because of their lands have been taken away from them. So hopefully, this keeps going on, not only in California, but in other places in the United States. Obviously, Midwest which is where most of these tribes had their lands. So yeah, I hope this keeps happening. And
this definitely seems like a step in the right direction at the very least.
Yes, exactly, Danny Krastek. How's the Shadow Realm, by the way?
Not as shadowy as I was expecting.
Yeah, it's pretty bright. We can see you. We can see you.
I'll turn the lights off for you.
No, please don't do that.
So we're gonna go to a quick break, and then we got more stories for you guys. So let's go to the quick break, and we'll be right back.
Mom,
Is it though?
And hello, Facebook.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
It is 90.3
Is
WMSC
it?
Upper Montclair.
It is.
Yes, please. It is.
Wait,
It
really?
fully is.
Oh my
It
god!
is,
I'm
it
on
is.
radio.
Yes.
Oh my god! I'm radio
Yes.
peoples.
How you guys doing, radio people listening to us, and obviously our Facebook viewers? How you guys doing?
Also,
Hi,
our
Facebook.
radio listeners. Also, our WSCRadio.com
Oh yeah,
listeners.
yeah. We got a
Also,
lot of listeners.
We got ways. So we got ways to listen to the morning buzz. Also, people. This hi people in advance. Hi future YouTubers that are.
Oh, yeah. Future YouTubers.
Hi,
and stuff.
hi.
Hi, Victor, who's editing this, which is me.
Hi future Cam.
Hi, Future.
Listen, future Cam. When you're watching this, get me a sandwich.
Ooh. Okay,
Word.
that's
Okay.
Future Cam. Let's go. So, WMSC is in Montclair State University, and
Yep.
people living in Montclair State and Glenridge got this notification that we're going to talk about right now.
It was a funny notification too.
Yes. So, water crisis. Montclair and Glenridge declared water emergencies over the weekend, asking residents and businesses to refrain from using water unless it is essential. The state of emergency came as a massive water main break in Nutley has threatened to disrupt services for hundreds of thousands of people in Essex, Hudson, and Passaic counties. In a message to residents, Montclair Mayor Sean Spiller said the township must reduce its water usage or risk running out of water to meet its most critical needs. A 72-inch water main that serves the North Jersey District Water Supply Commission was reported broken in Nutley on Wednesday, and a smaller main controlled by Newark Water Supply was also affected. The ruptures forced communities, including Newark, to warn residents that there may be low water pressure or no water available in some areas. Bloomfield also issued a boil water advisory. Montclair state of emergency took effect at 3 p.m. Saturday and prohibits non-essential use of water and came as the township has scrambled to increase capacity by tapping into neighbors' water systems. The North Jersey District Water Supply Commission has said repairs were expected to be completed by Friday evening, but crews have been unable to fix the problems. Mayor Spiller added, "We are hearing that the North Jersey District Water Supply Commission has still yet to make any significant progress as they are dealing with over 100-year-old pipes in that section and trying to close those 100-year-old valves that do not function properly." But we gotta say, how did Montclair State students get affected by this? We didn't get affected. We're in like the Montclair area, but we didn't get affected by it because our water supply in Montclair State is different from Glenridge and Montclair residents. So
Yeah, I wish I knew that.
yeah, Cam was telling us earlier that he didn't even drink water, even though drinking water is essential.
Drink water.
If you want to.
Yeah.
That happened yesterday. I saw that this was happening, and I was just about to go out to I went to get supplies and stuff, get food, and I had no idea what it was. I was like, I asked my mom, like, do we have to get like a giant thing of water? I didn't know.
But
luckily it's not, which if it was, if I couldn't, okay. A lot of people don't know that last weekend I was here, I could not use my toilet.
Oh,
What?
wait, you gotta tell that story.
The toilet. So my friend came over to my dorm Friday night. My friend from home came over Friday night, right? He used the bathroom and it was clogged. And we couldn't
You couldn't use it.
It didn't flush. It didn't flush. We put in a work order, but they didn't come till Monday. So last weekend, I didn't have a working. I had to go down to the Machuga basement every time I wanted to use the bathroom. It was terrible.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
So
Yeah.
it's not that bad. So if no,
Oh.
no, it didn't smell.
Disgusting.
But still, I couldn't use the bathroom in my room.
I don't want a bathroom now that I think about it.
What?
Yeah, I have my own bathroom in Bone.
Were you in
So-
RA?
No, my freshman year, I have my own bathroom in Bone. Oh, you want to hear the story how I got my own bathroom, don't you?
No, I don't actually, to be honest.
So I'm just saying,
I'm gonna tell the story anyway.
That- Not on air.
Yes, I am.
Please don't.
All right, so boom, right? Here's how I got my own bathroom in Bone.
Before you start, like in Bone, just for the listeners, Bone Hall,
That's a communal bathroom.
communal bathroom.
Communal bathrooms anyway.
Yes.
So it's all communal bathrooms except for the RAs. If you're in RAs, so you have vibes. So it was my freshman year, many moons ago. I decided, okay, let me go explore, right? Because I'm adventurous. I'm a nomad. I'm an adventurous type. I'm never in one place. So I go downstairs all in Bone. The first like 4 floors, like floors 1 to 4, no one lives there. So I said, all right, bet. This is my I got my own shower, I got my own bathroom all together. This is lit. So every time I had to go take a shower, if I didn't get up early in the morning, I was like, all right, bet. I'm gonna go downstairs and use the big shower. Bet. My friends would be like, yo, where you going? Why you have all your shower stuff? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man.
So you were a squatter, basically.
Basically.
So-
More or less, yeah.
and like that, I'm so curious. Like I
Nobody-
have so many questions.
Nope.
So
Question-
like
what's question?
nobody caught you, like nobody, like an
No.
RA. So you had that for the whole year.
I didn't find out about that until like November.
Okay.
So I had literally used it from November until we got moved out in March.
Wow. Gotta say that's an interesting story, and thank you for sharing that.
That's a good finesse.
Yeah, that was he
Really?
finessed that. He finessed the system because I lived in Bone last year, and I had to use the communal bathroom. Like I should have known about that. I didn't know.
Communal bathroom?
No, I don't.
I don't
No, I
mind it.
don't.
I don't mind it because the pure fact that they clean up.
Yeah,
every single day.
exactly. Like Bone was clean every day, but still, there
But
was
it's not
still,
Bone.
but it was still,
Yeah.
There you see,
Yeah.
you could see there's some war crime. Like there's like,
This is
Yeah.
that's not wrong.
yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I-
yeah, now I'm in Freeman. I have my own bathroom, so that feels great. But
A. Freeman.
It was last year.
Is that war cause is crazy?
Yeah.
What's that?
Bone was something else. It was scary, but there was something also scary with a New York governor candidate. Cam, take it away.
So 2 people were wounded in a shooting on Sunday outside the house of Representative Lee Zeldin, the Republican candidate for governor of New York. The Suffolk County Police Department said that detectives were investigating the shooting outside a home in Shirley on Long Island at 2:20 p.m. The conditions of 2 people were not clear immediately. In a statement, Zeldin said that the 2 men who were shot were under his front porch and that he did not know them. Authorities said there was no connection between the injured and the residents of the home. Mr. Zeldin said that he and his wife Diana were not home at the time of the shooting and had just left the Bronx Columbus Day Parade at the Morris Park neighborhood. But his 16-year-old daughters, Michaela and Ariana, were inside the house doing homework in the kitchen when they heard gunshots and screaming. Luckily, they ran upstairs, locked themselves in the bathroom, and immediately called 911. Zeldin added, they acted very swiftly and smartly every step of the way, and Diana and I are extremely proud of them. The shooting is the second time that violence has intersected with Mr. Zeldin's campaign in recent months. In July, a man from Western New York was charged with assaulting a member of Congress after he physically confronted Zeldin on stage during a political event. The man, who was identified as an Army veteran, was pointing a sharp keychain towards the congressman. He later said that he'd been drinking and did not know who Mr. Zeldin was. Mr. Zeldin placed the attack in the context of his anti-crime message.
Wow. So it is scary, that you have been attacked 2 times.
Well, not
Attack attempts, yeah.
you were attack attempts 2 times in the span of 3 months.
Mhm.
Like what?
Yeah, it's
Are you that unloved that people are trying to get after you like that? Like what is like my brother? What's happening?
what's happening exactly. And we may disagree with politicians, but we shouldn't go through this path, like trying to hurt them. Like we shouldn't
Violence
do
is
that.
never the answer.
Violence is never
Yeah.
the answer.
I don't know if I said their age. They're 17-year-old boys that got shot.
Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible.
So they're children.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. Yeah,
Yeah, it's terrible.
it is terrible. It's terrible. And we, imagine being the kids.
No, yeah. Imagine you're sitting there doing what you're supposed to do, doing your homework, and next thing you know, you just hear gunshots.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing your homework for school that you have. Let's say it's Columbus stuff. In 2 days you have school. You're doing your homework. You're literally just as at home, minding your own business, doing what you have to do, and then all of a sudden that you hear that, I would be. I don't know how I would feel safe at home. I would not feel safe at home.
Yeah, and also imagine the panic, like from that perspective, like maybe not like being a kid at home, like hearing the gunshots and stuff like that.
But being a parent,
yeah, being the parent or being the kid, like
I'd automatically assume the worst.
yeah,
I'd automatically assume the worst, because when you hear that, especially knowing that you have your children, especially knowing that in this world, having daughters in this world, people people are cool. Men, like there are some evil people in this world, and knowing that my daughters are at home and there's violence going on under my porch, like I don't know how I would assume the worst. I literally assume the worst.
yeah, and the crazy thing is that like the bad thing about this is that it's affecting children, and like we had school shootings before. We had a lot of school shootings this year. So imagine you're afraid to go to school, and you're at your home, which is supposed to be the safest place for you.
There's safe haven.
Yeah, and you still get
and there's you still hear gunshots.
Yeah,
there's nothing that there's I would have trust. I would not be able to trust anybody.
Yeah, as a parent, how can you talk about it? Like, yeah, like, hey, you may get shot in school, you may get shot at home. Like, how do you talk about this?
I don't know how you.
This is not like
do
this is
that.
not like bursting the bees. Like, how do you talk about this? It's insane.
I don't know. Like I know I would have to. I don't know if I could tell, of like future children saying like, hey,
this could happen.
Hey, like this is something that can happen. Like you might be in the line of fire at some point. That's not. It's heartbreaking to just think about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like to say it. I don't even want to like.
Unfortunately, it's not something you want to have to say, but eventually everyone is going to have that talk at one point or another.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. I think this generation of upcoming parents, this is going to be the first time that a generation like that has first time in the history of humankind that you gotta have parents are gonna have to have this conversation because of everything going on in the world, especially in recent years of all the school shootings. Look, the last 5 years alone.
Yeah,
you've seen some of the most devastating attacks on human life ever. And I think hearing all this information, actually, you want to look at the grand scheme of things, look at the last 25 years. You have events such as Columbine, events such as, Sandy Hook, and on top of that, you not even talking about shootings in general, but you have terroristic events such as September 11th, which it was on a Tuesday, and this is around this time it was a week after Labor Day, so it's always an idea that people will be. This could happen any time, and you don't want everyone to have this conversation ever.
Yeah,
but
one thing that I'm looking, because I just looked it up. I believe the candidate Lee Zeldin, he's been like pro gun in the past, so I wonder if this
will change his mind.
If it'll change his mind.
Ooh, that's an interesting.
Because if it doesn't, there's
bigger issues going on.
Yeah.
Like here's the thing.
It's
It's one thing to be pro gun, and then it's your life threatened with a weapon. It's another thing that you're pro gun and it's your children's lives.
Yeah.
Like I think there's no parent in the world would put themselves over their own children.
Yeah, I agree. This is gonna be very interesting, and probably like if there's debates coming. I know it's obviously getting closer to the midterm election, but still, like if there's debates, like this is gonna be an interesting question to ask him as a journalist, as as a MC at a debate. Like how does he feel now going through something like this? So hopefully we'll get some answers from him about what he thinks about gun control now. and how how it affects him and how it affects his family. So we'll see what happens. Are you ready, Joe, for your magical segment?
It's pretty magical for today. This is no, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. This is gonna be this is a really bad segue. But but anyways, so usually I'm on here every Monday morning talking about campus events, and we do have some campus events going on this week.
Like what?
Well, just one of like the main like quote unquote theme of the events this week is that this week is a Haitian Student Association Week. So all throughout the week we have events going on with them, like Family Feud. We have like a domino night. We have like a drum night and all that kind of stuff. Like so, if you want to read about it, it's all out Engage. But today we're doing something special.
We're doing something different.
I'm pretty sure that's copyrighted. So let's not continue with that.
5 seconds. It's like 5 seconds.
Fair use.
Like it's a cover. It's a cover.
It's like I said,
It's the WMC cover.
but still, this I'm pretty sure that. Can you please mute Cam's mic? Thank you.
Don't do this.
Thank you. Anyways, so if you couldn't tell by everyone's horrendous renditions,
How dare you?
so yeah, well, first, just raise your hand if you were here for any of World College Radio Day. Now, keep your hand raised if you were watching the Mario movie trailer in the office with us.
Not in the office, but I saw it.
Yep, Tanner knows exactly what this is. So, in the midst of everything that was happening, we had the Illuminations Super Mario Bros. Movie trailer drop. And I'm going to talk about it because I have some things to say.
You mean the greatest movie of all time?
Shut up. Shut up. You're in Shadow Realm. You don't get to talk right now.
Break this one off, Joe. Break this one off. What?
So before I start trashing on it, I am going to say there are a couple things I liked.
Okay.
The animation.
Better be Jack Black.
That is the only thing saving my statements for this movie. The animation style, obviously it's Illumination.
Oh, cool.
It was
Beautiful.
so crisp. The way they animated some things is not it's not to my liking. Let's just say Mario ain't enjoying no cake on his birthday. Anyways.
That's him.
Anyways,
Oh.
The animation style was really good. Like the one, like the quote unquote battle scene between the Koopas and the Penguins that we did get to see was so good. All like the boos and stuff with Luigi, that was really good. They did my man Mario so dirty, not even making him look like any of the Marios we've seen before. It is so bad.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
Stop talking, Tanner. Just please stop. For my sanity, please stop. So anyway, so before I continue to hate on it, the only other good thing, Jack Black, I did watching that. I really did like the casting that they did for Bowser, Jack in the movie being Jack Black.
Shout out Jack Black.
Shout out Jack Black.
I do not. No, that's what he said. That's what Bowser said. Jack Black's awesome.
Yeah.
So I want to hear the nitty gritty.
Yeah,
Like, I
Jack
wanna hear the
Black
best
might be what everyone's talking about the trailer.
Exactly. Let's have the trailer up on YouTube and all of the the actual trailer from Illumination is on YouTube Kids, and they know what they were and they knew what they were doing because they don't want all the comments on there.
Yeah, so I just go to Twitter for that.
Yeah, that's why you go to Twitter. We're not going to pull it up though because there half the stuff on there we will not be able to say
For legal reasons, you can't.
for legal reasons. But over on the Mario Bros. Direct, the only thing that's getting complimented is Jack Black.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Yeah, Jack Black might be getting all the praise for his performance, but there was one other character's performance that I think we were all looking forward to a lot more.
My boy,
For better or for worse.
My boy-
Very much for worse. Christopher Pratt.
Chris, he's so cool, Pratt.
Yeah.
Christopher Pratt.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
Don't remind me, Tanner, please.
Chris Pratt.
Christopher Pratt. Words cannot begin to describe how much this movie, the one line we got from him made me want to curl up into a ball and hide. No, we're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna delete that as it's being typed. No, you're not doing that.
That's Mario or that's Chris Pratt?
We're not doing that as we're not doing that right now. That's tough. That is free tone. That is
Oh,
I'm not doing it. No.
Stomping
Fully no.
Listen.
Fully no.
Listen. In the words of Benson, do it or you're fired.
You don't have the authority to fire me, so no. Anyways.
Joe, fate of the universe on the line. Your job is on the line. We need
Open chat. I'm not.
Roman Kingdom. Here we come.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Come on, you can do it.
Too bad. No.
we tried.
Oh my God! It's Bowser's float coming through the station. Oh my God!
Okay.
If you just said Mushroom King, here we come, Bowser would not get us.
And
Joe, do you actually think it's gonna be good or not?
so here's the thing.
Okay, he's ready.
Here's the thing. There are parts of it that I am very much looking forward to.
Jack Black.
All of them not involving Christmas.
This is like what's it called? That episode of SpongeBob with Squidward when he doesn't want the Krabby Patty, then he tries it and it's the greatest thing ever. That's gonna be you with the Mario movie.
Listen.
So no, I'm going into this knowing that there's going to be parts of it that I like. Like, because obviously, from what we've seen in the trailer, like for example, the one scene that we saw in the trailer, that before we broke off with the whole isekai thing with Mario, because that's literally what happened. He gets, for those of you who don't know, an isekai is when someone gets essentially pulled into a different universe. That's what happened with our boy Mario. I hated that. Anyways, so before, like the whole scene with Bowser finding the star, I did very much enjoy that. I liked that animation style. I liked the premise. I liked the quote unquote fight that they had, even though it was very much just throwing snowballs and then a fireball. But anyways, that I very much did like that. The scene that we got with Luigi running away from all the booze, I really liked that. The some of the voice acting stuff I will go on record saying that I think is a very good fit. For example,
Chris Pratt.
Charlie
No.
Day.
No, not Chris Pratt at all. So like I very much did like I've said this. I very much did like Jack Black as Bowser. That was really cool. I feel like it's gonna be funny to see Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
I'm disappointed we didn't get Seth Rogen Donkey Kong. Get Seth Rogen.
I'm also very disappointed that we did not get Seth Rogen Donkey Kong.
Because it's just gonna be Seth Rogen's voice going out of Donkey Kong.
Exactly.
It's gonna be hilarious.
That's which is
It's gonna be beautiful.
See, here's the thing. That's kind of what we got with Mario. And
Exactly.
that's why nobody likes it. Go to Twitter, you'll see. If you want.
Hey. First off, it was a very entertaining Saturday afternoon when I saw those tweets.
Yeah, reading through all those tweets after the chaos, that was World Color Radio Day. Was like, yeah, this is okay.
That was therapy.
That was therapy. Yeah, but
I'm just right. You play the trailer, right? The trailer comes out. You've got really, really good looking animation. You've got Jack Black as Bowser. That's surprisingly really good. You've got the cute penguin battle, right? And then you've got that iconic Mario theme. Mario comes out. He's looking a little weird.
very weird.
And then he opens his mouth. It's just Chris Pratt.
Yes.
Not even trying.
No, he does try at the end.
He does try at the
and
end.
that's what made it worse. Kingdom. Here we
I can say that. I was like, I'm hoping that when we hear more of it, it makes more sense.
Yeah.
Than just two out of context. Not out of context. That's not the right word. But like just two lines that sounded completely different from one another.
Yes. But anyways, I was just gonna say something. What was it?
Yes, tell us your last words.
I was gonna
Any last words?
last words for this. I'm going to go watch it. I'm not gonna enjoy myself, but obviously half the people in WMFC have already said we're going to watch it together, so I guess I kind of have to.
Yeah, so I'm excited for it. Like,
I hope they pull a Sonic. I hope they pull a Sonic.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say.
Just a recap. Chris Pratt.
Well, so see, they don't recast Chris Pratt. They fix the animation. They
yeah,
very much fix the animation like they did with the Sonic
Yeah.
movie.
yeah. For me, I think it's gonna
Like this human teeth Sonic is crazy.
yeah, human teeth.
But
Kingdom, here we come.
Yeah, Human Sonic was
second
3
hour.
years ago already.
Second hour will be coming soon, so I'm gonna play a little song. You know, I've been listening to Notorious B.I.G., so I have to play B.I.G. for a little bit. So Hypnotized by Notorious B.I.G.
Sicker than your average. I'm a twist cabbage on instinct. Just don't think shit.
Claire, hello, Facebook. We're back.
Hi, Facebook. Hi, Facebook.
Hi,
Meta.
Hi, Mark.
I'm Mr. Zuckerberg. I'm Mr. Zuck. Here we come.
The second hour of the morning bus.
Sour. Second hour. Second hour. Here we come. Second hour. Here we come. Hey, Joe, how tough are you? Welcome to the Sunday Dude. How tough are you? Welcome to the second hour of the morning buzz. How tough are you?
I gotta take.
No, she's down. Give us a shower. Something getting to visit me in the shadow realm.
I'm gonna turn off their mic. So Danny,
Thank you. Here we come. In national news, just as Florida is starting to rebuild after Hurricane Ian, Nicaragua has just been hit by Hurricane Julia. The storm hit as a Category 1 hurricane and is expected to tear up the coast of Central America. It is not currently projected to hit the U.S., but still a storm to keep our eyes on because of its proximity. In state news, Voltacos in Ocean City has closed its doors for the final time yesterday. The Italian restaurant opened up back in 1954, and the owner, Jeff Taccarino, stated that he is ready for a change in his life, having worked for the restaurant for the last 3 decades. Ocean City will mourn the loss of one of its most iconic restaurants. In local news, Mayor Spiller of Montclair Township declared a state of emergency regarding water after a water line broke over in Nutley. The township sent out an emergency alert to citizens' cell phones on Sunday morning, warning that non-essential water use was prohibited. The school sent out an email later in the day to clarify that this state of emergency did not apply to Montclair State students, as the school used a different water source than the rest of the town. The weather today is partly cloudy with a high of 67 and a low of 43, and the humidity level will be 73% with air quality at a level 28. Back to you guys. That's the end of my newscast.
Thank
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
I just wanted to know that you killed everyone in this room.
Yeah, when you said newscast, here we come.
You saw on the Google.
Turn off the mic.
Mics because of that.
It was too funny. It was way too.
We were laughing out loud. It was hilarious.
Way too funny.
But we got some more news, but sports news. So sports news. We're not talking about the Mets now. We're talking about the Red Hawks. So tell us what's happening with the Red
My
Hawks.
favorite team.
The Montclair State women's soccer team suffered their first loss of the season on Saturday to Rowan by a score of 1-0.
Those dirty
Isaiah
birds.
just threw his hat.
Those
goal
dirty birds.
The goal happened.
Don't disrespect Crash like that.
The goal happened in the 80th minute of the game. And the Montclair State Red Hawks are now 11-1 and 3-1 in NJAC play. The football team suffered a crushing loss. Sorry, Cam. To Kane at home this week. The Red Hawks were up 22-16 until Kane scored on a 2-yard passing touchdown.
Correction.
Okay.
We're up 22-9.
Oh.
Actually,
that's better.
I should have left what you
You should have
said.
just left 22-16. That makes it sound better, I guess.
Kane.
2-yard passing play and then extra point to take the lead. The Red Hawks fall to 2-4 and 0-2 in NJAC play. The men's soccer team defeated the Rowan Profs, so they got revenge for the women's team with a 3-0 win on Saturday. The Red Hawks improved to 9-1-3 and are 4-0-0 versus the NJAC conference. The field hockey team won Saturday by a score of 2-0 versus Stockton. After a struggling start to the season, the Red Hawks are now 7-5 and 2-1 versus the NJAC. The volleyball team fell by a score of 3-0 to Wisconsin Whitewater on Sunday. The Red Hawks are now an even 9-9. Victor, back to
All right, can
you.
I backtrack a little bit? So
Yes. Okay. Cam is part of the football team, so he has first-hand experience on what happened.
that's
that day.
that's like firsthand like trauma. I don't want to talk about firsthand trauma. I want to talk about the positive side. So first off, boom, right? The Field team, they won 7 of the last 8, which is just like wow.
Yeah.
And they lost close to Kane on Wednesday or on Thursday. They lost a close matchup to Kane, who's nationally ranked, by the way, in field hockey. Then again, the NJAC is like loaded in terms of field hockey.
Uh-huh.
There's literally 5, like out of all the NJAC teams, three of them are nationally ranked.
Yeah.
So Kane, Willie P, actually 4 of them. Willie P's always good. Willie P's like bottom the national poll. Rowan's the top, is number 1 or number 2. CCJ is in the top 10, and so is Kane.
Yeah. So
And
you know,
seeing how the Red Hawks are, how they competed, and they're a young team too. So I'm excited to see what the Field Hawk team has in store. Also, the volleyball team, they play close.
Yeah.
Problem is that team that they played against is the ninth team in the nation for a reason.
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll see what happens in the future for the Red Hawks. And hopefully we'll get more wins, more W's. And talking about WMSC had their celebrated the World College Radio Day on Friday.
Thursday and Friday, the biggest W's of them all.
Yeah, 36 hours
Well,
of
except for one thing, but that's beside the point.
yeah, 36 hours of content. So I wanted to ask you guys, how was your World College Radio Day?
Deep breaths.
Yo, please tell us more about your time here.
I feel like I shouldn't be the one talking on this, but I did have a very good time despite everything that went wrong.
Yeah, for the listeners, as you can see, like for at least the Facebook Metal Mates, we're not in the same studio.
We upgraded. I actually upgraded. See, I'm looking extra light skin today with the way the sun shine on my face.
So
Like Drake in the next break.
yeah,
For the rose.
yeah. So
Yes. So yeah, as you can see, from the people that are able to be on Zoom,
mhm.
those of us who are not in the shadow realm, sorry, Danny. Anyways,
It's okay.
we are in a different studio. And I really don't have much to say about it because I'm not sure what I can and can't. But long story short, we're here now.
yeah,
Upgrades.
Upgrades, people.
Yeah.
Upgrades, people.
Studio. Here we come.
yeah.
Joe's calling number one.
So-
Well, I didn't sleep for
Yeah,
like
me neither.
I was up for like 30 something straight hours.
Cap, you really fell asleep in the office.
You literally fell asleep in the office.
No, I did not. I did not. I was in there again. Hey, what?
Around like 1:30, you were asleep.
No, I wasn't. I was attempting to sleep. I didn't fall asleep though. I never fully fell asleep. I attempted to sleep. I did not sleep at all.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get any sleep. I wanted to. Trust me, if I could, I would, but I did not sleep.
Hey, what time did you wake up on Thursday?
I woke up at 10 a.m. Thursday.
I went.
Don't tell me at 8:15.
Oh yeah, Joe had the
Yeah,
biggest.
You're telling me at 8:15.
No, I had been up since 7:30 because we had a plugged cam.
Oh,
So I just got up. I got up at 7. That way I could eat breakfast and relax a little bit before the chaos that I didn't know was going to ensue. So I went from 7 a.m. to not on Thursday to 9:30 p.m. Friday.
Isaiah Ramirez has something to say.
I don't know about you guys, but I slept on Thursday and Friday. It was great. Sleep was great.
Hey, wait, I
Um,
found something for you.
I felt something too.
yeah, see, guys, I'm operating on an all-time high. Just get some sleep. Just sleep.
Yeah, just sleep.
Wow. I think we all have to reveal something. Tanner definitely went to sleep. Because if 2 people said you spent the sleep,
Tanner's
Tanner. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Tanner.
Sleep, here we come. Listen, I will tell you that I attempted to sleep, but I never actually fell asleep. My eyes never shut.
Tanner, don't worry.
Okay.
You did not fall asleep.
Because-
You did not.
Because, and the school president can back this up, because he walked in and I was laying down at about 2 a.m. and I bear crawled.
So we got
I didn't realize we both did bear crawls and say hi to the president. And it just didn't comprehend to us. And we just went like, hey buddy, how's it going?
Oh my God, that's the president of Montclair.
Yeah. I didn't realize that until afterwards. So
Well, I mean, he knew stuff was going on.
President Capel, if you're listening to this, sorry about that. I didn't.
He meant all of it, by the way.
no, I don't know what's
I
happening.
bear crawled. So yeah.
I did not. I wasn't very active on Thursday, but the day of, Friday, I was here from 6 to until 12 at midnight. I was here on the morning bus. I had my own show from 11 to 12. And yeah, it was a fun day. It was a fun day, and
It was.
and I have memories that I'll never forget from World College Radio Day.
Trust me, same.
Yeah, no, especially Joe. Joe, you're a real
Joe's the MVP.
I'm congratulating you because you were away.
It was me.
Listen, all of the engineers.
Shout out to the engineers.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, engineers.
Yeah, thank you,
engineers.
Isn't that a call to action?
Joe, and also Joe.
Not necessarily. Brushing teeth is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Actually, you're right. If you're interested,
If you want to.
if you want to brush your teeth.
Don't not brush your teeth.
Yeah. I guess since I'm the only one of us that's on the shout out Joe Schweitzer, Marissa, I still don't know how to pronounce your last name, Mike Foley, anyone who really helped with like Unplugged.
Shout out Sheriff.
I was emotional support for setting up the morning buzz thing.
Yeah.
I did nothing. I
did nothing. Me, Joe, and Marissa.
Yeah.
We're just out there.
I was part of the.
I just sat there. I helped put the thing on the table, the tablecloth. So
Thank you so much
I did
for
that. Yeah.
Yes, thank you
I got-
so much. Dave.
I had 30 minutes to sleep on 30 minutes to sleep on Friday. 30 minutes.
I had 0.
Here's why. I did not plan to go to sleep. I literally went back to my room, took a shower, got done my show, walked back. And I said, all right, cool. I'm gonna drive back over there at as soon as I get ready to go. Right. I all of a sudden wake up and it's 6:50. And I'm like, oh, mind you, I practice starting in 10 minutes when I wake up. I couldn't put my phone for anything. So I had to get out. I literally got in the car and pushed P all the way down to the other side of campus to get to practice.
Yeah. Cam did a lot, and all of us did a lot for World College Radio Day. And then, World College Radio Day wasn't only for us. It was, also mentions, as we said before, Voices for Peace.
I met somebody at World College Radio Day.
Oh my God, Cam, really?
Yeah, that happened.
Oh my God.
What do you mean by that?
I mean what I say.
What?
So
Moving on.
we got another segment.
Yeah, possibly.
Moving on. Anyways.
Yeah, Cam, you can talk about us that off the air. So
okay, of course.
So
I got this.
Yeah, the wrong is back.
Bark.
So Cam, take it away.
What? Am I in the wrong? I have a younger sister and an older brother. We are all aged between 20 and 30. My sister and I still live with our parents, and our brother lives with his girlfriend close by, so we still spend a lot of time together. The two both have full-time jobs doing well. I'm finishing my education while working part-time. My sister does not have any qualifications and has been thinking about what to do with her life since graduating a few years ago. She has never worked a regular job. The closest thing to that has been helping out my mother in her office, but she usually have a few crunch days and then she stopped going for weeks. She also tried studying but dropped out after a month because that was too demanding. She said she wants to be self-employed but lacks discipline for that. Most days she just sits around watching Netflix and etc. Then she sleeps at odd hours. Yes. She has been to therapy, but her only diagnosis was general anxiety, which she has been treated for 2 years, and now the state isn't paying anymore because her case isn't severe enough to get them to care. We got a dog a few years back because my sister kept begging to get one, and her last resort was to tell my mom it was helping with her depression and give her some routine. Plot twist, it didn't.
Sometimes foreshadowing is fairly obvious.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Silence, this is my story to tell. They agreed, but only if my sister did the main part. Plot twist, she didn't. My brother and my mom were the only ones to take on most of the responsibilities for the dog, while sis was too overwhelmed. Nowadays, she tries to do more, criticizing everything that we're doing and enforcing her training methods so the dog isn't the most well-behaved because she's confused. This has caused a lot of fights. The dog has the best relationship with my brother and his girlfriend since they do most of the walking, grooming, training, and yet my sister still believes one day she will move out on her own and take the dog with her. In one of our arguments, I screamed at her and saying she would never hold on to a normal job or be able to afford basic living costs. So she can't even move out, and she should think that our dog will actually ever be hers, since they have no strong bond and she's doing nothing to establish one. My mom says I'm too hard on her, but she's afraid my sister will spiral if we take it away. The only thing that makes her happy. So this begs the question: am I the wrong?
I'm
No.
not sure.
No.
I don't think I don't think so.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, listen.
Neither do I.
It's like one of those things. Like, okay, listen, dog. You gotta really look at the big picture right now. I understand that you have all these aspirations, this, that, and the third thing, but at the same token, you ain't doing anything to defend your case. Like, if you want to do something to help your case out for anything, you gotta do the thing. You gotta do some sort of work for something. You feel me?
Yeah, I agree. Like, there's some, like, the sister has to, get herself together so that she doesn't lose jobs or anything. Like, I don't know what's happening. Like, I feel for the brother, but I don't know. It's kind of weird how he reacted.
Listen, I know somebody who this actually happened to, who they had, their life was spiraling. They couldn't hold on to a job, and they weren't motivated to do enough. But they always had one thing that was to make more money. They wanted to make money without working, and that's like the world, the way the world works. But it took them a while to figure out what to do with their lives, and it didn't help that they had other responsibilities on the way, but it was more or less the fact that it took them a while to get ready, and this person decided, okay, enough is enough. Now this person is currently taking care of their responsibilities, as well as now going to school, which I'm proud of them for. So it takes a while, and this person is currently 28, so it takes them a little while. It might take some time to get ready.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, we'll see what happens. What do you guys think? Joe said is he's not in the wrong. So what do you think?
Me?
Yeah,
your name's Joe, isn't it?
Sorry.
Your name's Joe, right?
Sorry. Spacing out. Anyways.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think he's in the wrong. Essentially, I might be wrong, but I don't think he's in the wrong. Like, he's making sound arguments why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah, I agree. So
Tanner
Price, what do you think?
Yeah, I think not in the wrong. I gotta go with it on that one.
Danny boy.
I don't think the person's in the wrong.
Well, guess what?
All of us are wrong.
Well, guess what? Reddit says
all of us are wrong.
Well, guess what? Reddit's wrong.
Reddit has been wrong many
Here's
times.
why.
Wrong.
It has been wrong.
So it's in the wrong.
Like, first off, why are you so upset about the fact that someone's being honest with somebody? Like, honesty hurts. Truth hurts. Like Lizzo says, truth hurts.
Yeah,
But like,
truth hurts.
But like, here's the thing. You gotta do your part. If you say you have all these aspirations, this, that, and the third thing, and you're not doing your job, what's the point of having these aspirations if you ain't helping your case out? What's going on?
Yeah,
Like,
what's going on?
What's happening?
So I think there's an appropriate song for this. The brother's basically asking, please don't let me down. So I'm gonna play "Let Me Down" by Oliver Tree featuring Blink 182. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and we're gonna take a quick break. So hope you guys enjoy. It. Hello, Facebook, and we're back at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, the morning bus. Victor
Good
Muniz,
morning,
Rosa.
good morning, Buzz Tings.
Yes, Cam Martin, Joe Verga, Tanner Price, and Danny Krastek. So we got more stories. But we got entertainment stories. So
Really?
We have stories until 9, Cam.
We have a show until 9?
the morning bus.
Oh, spicy.
So they remain undefeated. Ezra Miller,
The Mets.
not the Mets.
There's the Undertaker.
Hey, you want to show that to Meta again?
No. Come on, no. Back to the story. They remain undefeated. Ezra Miller has returned for the Flash reshoots, despite his recent history of controversy. Miller and their agent met with Warner Bros. Film executives back in August, as reported on the Summer Buzz. It's believed that this meeting was very positive about the future of DC's upcoming superhero flick, The Flash. In addition to Miller being part of the reshoots, it claimed that the film has been testing positively, giving Warner Bros. A compelling reason to smooth things over with Miller and carry on past the laundry list of issues they have had. Over the past few months, Miller has seen a number of troubling claims made about their conduct, which have even resulted in arrest and police involvement. They have been charged with burglary in Vermont, as well as other legal issues in Hawaii, Massachusetts, and North Dakota. Additionally, Miller has been accused of throwing a chair at a woman, grooming minors, and other serious misconduct. In August, Miller confirmed that they are suffering from mental health issues and delivered an apology. To be fair, it seemed more like a forced public relations apology rather than a genuine one. This is, opinion of me, not the station. Despite everything going on behind the scenes, Warner Bros. Discovery is yet to deviate from its earlier plans, with a release date of June 23, 2023 still set for The Flash.
Ezra Miller, here we come.
Time out.
Okay,
Man.
Time.
Cam,
He basically said, "Oh, I know you're a scumbag, but
Money.
Yeah, you make us money. Yeah, we can go put that under the rug."
Why did you keep Ezra Miller on this movie? Money.
Because they finished the movie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because I think I'm gonna double check this, what the budget was for this, but it was very high.
and he came back for the reshoots. So, this is insane. Like,
We know you're a scumbag, but money.
money. I guess. Well, yeah, it doesn't make sense how this.
Forget about all that.
The movie apparently cost closer to $300 million than $200 million.
What?
Wow, that's expensive.
That is expensive.
How long is
That
the
is
movie?
expensive.
How long is the movie? I don't know. It's not out
I
yet.
don't know. Project the time. How did they get a?
We don't need, do we
Oh, yeah,
have a
forgot.
trailer yet?
Oh, I forgot. It's not. It doesn't come out till June. Never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You probably won't figure out the runtime until literally April.
yeah,
Three-
because they're still editing.
I'm predicting it now, 2 hours and 42 minutes.
Ooh, that's
Prediction.
prediction.
Will I be wrong? Probably.
No, this is recorded, so we'll see if you're right or wrong.
You're going on the record saying this.
When the runtime comes out, I will either be a genius or an idiot. We'll find out.
We'll find out. I'm excited to find out. So we'll see. This is devastating. I don't know if I'm comfortable watching the movie with Ezra Miller's behavior. I think I'm not even gonna go watch it on theaters because of Ezra Miller. I don't want to see him. I don't
Here's what I think
support him.
the issue is people who know about what the issue is with Ezra Miller are not going to watch it so that they don't support Ezra Miller. And people who don't know also might not watch it because DC does not have the best track record when it comes to these movies.
That's true.
They've
That's
had
true.
several movies do very ungood recently. So
Very ungood.
very ungood. And there's still a lot of people who are upset about the Batgirl thing. So
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I don't think this is
yeah.
going to go well for anybody.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that to the Batgirl. Why
For
not
tax
release-
reasons.
Yeah,
Tax reasons. They just use it as a tax write-off.
yeah. That's incredible. I didn't know it was a tax write-off.
Yeah,
so-
I was some kind of thing where if you spent the rights, or I don't even know exactly, but they used it as some kind of tax write-off, apparently.
Wow. Wow, I didn't know that. So we'll go to the next story. Cam, take it away. It's about space.
I've got the big space things.
Space, here we come.
Big space
Yeah,
things.
you know that in between every story.
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet.
I will throw shoes at you.
No, I'm in the shadow realm. You can't.
For the shadow, I'm gonna throw shoes.
Please don't.
So yeah, Cam, take it away. Space things.
Big space thing. So boom, right? Tom Cruise hype has been at an all-time high following the success of the Top Gun sequel, which is still breaking records to this day. Following a movie like that, Hollywood executives would let this man make any movie. Well, Tom Cruise pretty much said, "That what's with it?" Dapped up directors and everything. The 6-year-old Hollywood veteran has reportedly a team up with the Bourne Identity director Doug Liman on a movie pitch that involves filming in space, which was first tabled in 2020 before the pancetta said was good. None of that. UFEG chairman Donna Langley said, "I think Tom Cruise is taking us to space. He's taking the world to space. That's the plan. We have a great project in development with Tom, taking a rocket up to the space station and shooting." Langley revealed that the most of the movie would be shot on Earth, culminating in the character going up to space to save the day. Adding, she is hopeful Cruise will become the first civilian to do a spacewalk outside of the space station. If the film gets off the ground, Cruise will be the first movie star to shoot in outer space on the International Space Station. While the movie is certainly unprecedented, I would not be surprised if that happens and Cruise does not use a single stunt double. So you know what that means? That young man Tom Cruise is going to become Tom Cruising through the Skies. That made no sense.
Wow.
You fumbled.
Who's like the Red Hot?
Whose permission do they need to film in the space station?
Houston.
Someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
You think they will give permission then?
It's Tom Cruise. Yes,
Tom Cruise. Yes.
I want to see Tom Cruise in space.
I
We
would
saw
love
him-
to see him in space.
We saw him like in Mission Impossible. Like, why not see
We've
Tom
s-
Cruise
yeah.
in space?
That's the real Mission Impossible. Is
That's the
can
real mission.
we get the
Yeah.
man to space?
Yes, please.
And the unfortunate truth is probably.
Yeah. I love Top Gun Maverick, like the sequel. I love the movie. So
Stop.
I'm kind of biased. So I want to see Tom Cruise in space. I
I would
would
watch Tom
have
Cruise
a-
in space just for the novelty of it. Honestly,
I want to see that.
Wave.
Hey, Fast and Furious did it in space. Like, well, not literally in space, but they went. to
That's Fast and
space.
Furious for you. Fast and Furious is always great.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious is absolutely
Fast
insane.
and Furious 12. It's gonna be. I don't know more, but Fast and Furious 12 will be on the Marco State's campus.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll
Rock's
see
in the
it.
movie.
Rocky gets a cameo.
Rocky gets multiple cameos.
Rocky just plays everybody.
Rocky's the star.
The star.
Rocky.
Listen,
Yeah, what are you talking about? Rocky's the
it's,
star.
it's Rocky and Mario, Chris Pratt.
Ooh.
And Fast and Furious.
Sam's place. Here we go.
What would the budget? What would the budget for filming in space be?
That's a
At least $1 billion.
That's a good
It costs 300. If the Flash movie is really high and it's $300 million, how much does going to space cost?
$300 million
It's not
per
a-
person.
It's got to be a lot. Well, because it's not just, you have to think it's not just one person. It's,
I know. The
Mhm.
cruise.
it's cast, it's crew, it's
Equipment.
equipment.
Oh,
It's
no.
so much other stuff.
Oh, hey, Jeff Bezos paid a lot of money to
Hey.
SpaceX, so I
That's
imagine it'd
Uncle
be
Jeff-
like
that's
that
Uncle
or
Jeff
more.
video.
That did.
Oh my god! So
Anyway,
we'll see what happens. We'll see if Tom Cruise gets to space. Hopefully, he will. I want to see that. So, yeah.
No, you know, I do want to see.
What do you want to see?
I want to see some more Twitter rants of this next guy,
Oh
Mr.
no!
Kanye West.
Oh no!
Thing is, that boy Ye goes into a timeout. Why
Okay.
is that?
Let us know. Cam, tell us.
And so, boom. The never-ending story of Kanye West continues as he has been locked out of his Twitter account after posting anti-Semitic tweets.
oh,
In the tweet, Kanye said, quote, "I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going to DEF CON on 3 Jewish people." The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because Black people are actually Jew. Also, you guys have told me and tried to blackball anyone who opposes your agenda.
I'm sorry. What?
I have no.
I
I'm looking
Oh,
at the
boy.
tweet right here and I can't even follow it. I'm reading it, but I'm reading the tweet and I can't follow it.
The social media platform removed the tweet shortly after West published it for violating its rules and guidelines. There is currently a notice from Twitter that in the tweet's place that reads, "This tweet violates Twitter rules." Although West's Twitter account is currently still up, a Twitter spokesperson told media outlet Pitchfork that the account was locked for violating Twitter's policies. Twitter's actions comes one day after Meta restricted Kanye West's Instagram account. They blocked West from posting new content, commenting, and sending messages per its policy violations guideline. Meta did not specify which content was removed from West's account. Back in March, West's Instagram account was suspended for 24 hours after posting a slur targeting the Daily Show host Trevor Noah.
Wow. I think I said before, like Kanye's West music has helped me a lot, but I don't know if I can support the man anymore. Like this type of
I never did.
behavior is
I never did.
It's horrible.
Listen, Kanye West music is always good. Kanye West Twitter is wild.
Yeah.
Kanye West's personal life is not good.
Kanye West, wild man. Kanye West music, pretty valid.
Yeah.
And then Donda came out.
And then Donda too.
Donda.
Yeah. It's been hard being a fan, and
it's been like this. It's been like this is divorce.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. After
Remember when he ran for president 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Remember when that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Did y'all ever see the Kanye Quest like video game?
Yeah.
yeah.
Kanye Quest, yeah.
Yeah. That thing was crazy.
There's like the lost level.
Oh, yeah. I watched that theory. But anyways, this is why I never supported Kanye. Give me more reasons not to.
Rich number one, the tweet. That tweet is crazy.
I've
insane.
the entire time you've been saying the story, and I still can't understand where that was trying to go.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was he trying to say with that, but
I can't be anti-Semitic because black people like what?
What are you saying?
Also, what does DEFCON mean? Did he mean DEFCON?
I think so.
Say the wrong thing.
I think
what does that mean?
DEFCON 3. He said death.
I believe so.
He meant DEFCON 3, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It's how close we are to nuclear warfare.
You could say this is a dark, twisted mind.
This is a very dark, twisted mind.
This is a very, very dark, twisted mind.
Hey, listen. His mind's graduated.
Yes. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
90.3 WNC.
Oh, Facebook. And we're back.
Facebook.
Low book of face.
Hello. Hello.
Facebook, here we go. Yeah. I have so no.
Just check the chat.
Smack you.
Yeah, we gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop doing
You will get smacked.
Oh, I saw that. Plus ratio, plus your team is bad.
That's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
that. Yeah,
Like,
Can I
ouch.
yeah.
Season, here we come.
Aaron Judge, here we go. No.
Oh my god. No.
Judge signed this contract. Steve Cohen signed him.
Okay, well, let's go back to the story. Let's go back to the story. Yeah, I might turn off Cam's mic.
How dare you? How dare you?
Cam's microphone, here we come.
Hey!
So Cam Curley is lost.
Let me
So the millions and millions. Remember when millions of people were smelling what The Rock was cooking and thought, man, he would make a great president?
Hey, no, I don't like where this. Dwayne Johnson.
What The Rock is cooking in the White House.
So
We just talked about Kanye running for president. Please don't tell me
This is
Rock
different.
is.
This is different.
How is this different?
Dwayne Johnson, here we come.
It's The Rock.
I swear to God, Daddy, if you do that
Don't
one more time,
swear.
I'm coming into the
Don't
shadow
swear.
realm.
okay.
You wouldn't dare.
So let's see what The
Really?
Rock is cooking. Let's see what The Rock is cooking. I mean, we were very desperate as a country when we had people actually contemplating The Rock as the president. One poll from 2021 found 58% of Americans would have liked to see Johnson as the next president of the United States. In the same poll, 58% said they would support actor Matthew McConaughey. But sadly, the multiple-time WWE champion revealed on a CBS News that a bid for a president is off the table. I love our country and everyone in it. I also love being a daddy. And that's the most important thing to me is being a daddy. Number one, especially during this time, this critical time in my daughter's life. The Rock is a father of 3 daughters from the ages of 6 all the way to 21. He remembers what it was like having a crazy travel schedule in previous years, saying, I know what it was like to be on the road and be so busy that I was absent for a lot of the years. Wow. The Rock.
Look at Dwayne the Dad Johnson.
The Rock
Dwayne
has
the
his
Dad Johnson.
priorities straight. I love that.
I'm sorry. 58% of the country said they'd support Matthew McConaughey for president.
Yes.
Well, wasn't he running for like governor of Texas, if I'm not mistaken?
Oh yeah, I remember then that happened.
So, yeah, he was. So,
That'd be
it's
really
not that out of the way. After like I think Trump, Trump being a personality and everything, like he set a precedent. Like anybody can be president now. Like there's no
That's true.
so like
Which is absolutely hilarious to me.
yeah, so like after Trump, anything can happen, including
In
like
more ways than one.
yeah, so including Kanye West, including The Rock, including Matthew McConaughey. Like this is something that might happen. Who should be like what's the next?
Who's next? Go.
Like, as in, like, celebrity?
Yep. Yeah.
No. Isaiah. No. Isaiah.
2026.
Isaiah. No.
2024, whatever.
2024.
No,
2024.
it's too late for Chris Pratt to win now.
No.
Hey, who knows? Chris Pratt.
His campaign slogan will be White House, here we come. The hat has been thrown. That's Scott. The hat has been thrown. Back. Ask him if he wants it back.
The hat back.
I'll go back to the buzz.
This is mine now.
Wow. Here we come. Joe Verga, here he comes.
So that happened. So we'll see. We'll see who becomes the next president of who's next. Exactly.
Actually, fun fact: Donald Trump wasn't the first actor to be president, first celebrity to be president.
Well, it was Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, it was Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan. So we're in the fall, so that's nice.
No, we're not done with this. We're not done with the president of the United States.
Okay.
The next president of the United States will be not Chris Pratt. It'll be Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Yeah.
2024. Put it down on the ballots.
If they want to. I don't know if Jack Black. Jack Black wants to.
Will Smith. Listen, keep my country's name out your mouth. Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
I don't know who.
Chris Rock says Canada slapped the mess out of us. I can't say out the country because actually, yeah, you know what?
Yeah, just stop the country.
Chris Rock campaign slogan would be 2022. Can't wait to see it.
Oh. G.I. Jane is that joke is probably the funniest.
How are we talking this? Next story. We're going to the next story. We're going to the next story now. We're going to the next story now.
It's since your college is currently out of commission, would you like to read the story?
Yes, I would love to read the story. So,
My brother had a kid.
Start reading, please.
I wonder if like Chris Pratt likes pumpkin spice. So
Pumpkin spice.
Spice, baby. So we are in the second week of October. People across the United States are rushing to coffee shops, supermarkets, and bakeries to get their hands on anything pumpkin spice. Data from the Nielsen reveals Americans spend a lot of money on pumpkin spice products. The price is absurd as Americans spend $500 million on pumpkin spice products every year.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm not surprised.
Okay, I'm gonna take time out of timeout.
Are you $1 billion is crazy.
$500 million.
$500 million.
That's $100 million.
Yeah, that's.
Are you kidding me?
That's nuts.
Oh. That's the budget for the Tom Cruise movie.
Cam, you know what a majority of that is probably is.
Oh yeah, my people's.
No, it's the basic white girls going to Starbucks
Exactly.
and large $7 pumpkin spice.
Yeah, my people's.
From
Starbucks.com.
From the popularity of Starbucks pumpkin spice lattes to the annual introduction of new pumpkin-related products like Hefty's sold-out pumpkin-scented trash bags. Starbucks.
Oh my God.
That's a thing.
This is insane.
Pull up the picture.
Oh my God.
So while he looks for the picture, Starbucks alone reportedly sold 20 million pumpkin spice lattes annually. Like sells pumpkin spice 20 million. Wow.
I'm gonna find out how much money that is. Hold up.
According to Dunkin' Donuts, bitter. Okay, we got it. The pumpkin spice scented bags. Oh my God.
I worked in a food store. I've seen them.
You seen it? Oh my God.
It's just it's a trash bag. It's just, some people want the trash to be smelling like pumpkin pie. Hey.
So Starbucks then makes $120 million just on pumpkin spice lattes every single year.
Wow. And according to Dunkin' Donuts,
This is insane.
the highly flavored pumpkin flavored beverage earned the company its best sales week of all time when the drink was reintroduced to fans on August 30.
All time.
Cindy Ott, the author of Pumpkin, The Curious History of an American Icon, there's no practical reason to put pumpkin in your cup of coffee, to put it on your front stoop, to sweeten it, and to put it in your pie. But those modern day traditions actually date back to much older traditions of associating the pumpkin with a small family farm, the idyllic kind of small family farm in American life. So, are y'all part of the pumpkin spice?
It's not for conversation purposes only. Only for conversation purposes, of course.
Okay.
I don't like pumpkin spice anything unless I'm talking with somebody. Unless I'm talking to my peoples. It's a great technique. It's a great tactic to flirt with and
Davis.
Says so.
It's just flirting.
Second date, here we come.
Done.
Thank you for tuning into the Morning Buzz 90.3 WS.
We still got time. But
My headphones back on anymore.
this story, wow! I gotta say, pumpkin spice is not that big in Puerto Rico. So when I came here and like I started seeing the fall coming and pumpkin spice, I was like, what is happening? Why is there so much pumpkin spice things? Even Freeman has pumpkin spice coffee.
Oh, I had that too.
It was
not
pretty good.
It was not too terrible.
Yeah,
I'm like, whoa, what is that? Montclair State doing pumpkin spice?
Yeah, like it's everywhere. It's
And
everywhere.
I said, I can't say words on air, but I said, where's my people at?
Bro.
Yeah, where's the Casper crew at?
Okay.
Casper crew.
Tanner, you like pumpkin spice?
No, I had was that last Sunday? I had a pumpkin muffin from Dunkin'.
How was it?
Oh, it was yeah.
You know, like pumpkin anything?
What would you
I know.
rate it out of 10?
Actually, it was a solid 6. I would say it was okay.
What would you get it out of Goomba to Bowser?
Mushroom.
Oh,
It was.
average.
It was. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. It was okay. I don't know. The only like pumpkin thing I enjoy is pumpkin pie. Like if you if you give me like a slice of pumpkin pie, I will eat it.
Yeah,
But
pumpkin pie.
I like pumpkin. I mean, I'm not a coffee drinker at all.
Neither am I.
Like I don't think I've never ordered a coffee.
I think I like a coffee for like I said,
I've had like a sip of coffee I think once, but I don't know. I never got pumpkin spice. I don't get the
Yeah.
I don't get the and this only started like a couple of years ago too. Like the whole pumpkin
phenomenon.
spice.
Yeah,
trend.
I think
It seems like everything is pumpkin spice now. Which
I think the pumpkin spice trend really started like 2015. When I really think about it.
Yeah.
Like middle school, high school days.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Danny just got out of daycare at that time.
Yeah.
That's true.
come on, he's just a freshman.
Listen, although
I'm blessed with youth.
although
I'm excited live.
hate pumpkin spice all you want. I saw Christmas stuff at ShopRite.
What?
Yes.
Oh no.
No.
You can say
I'm out. So
What?
So I was at ShopRite. It's
don't
the
like this story.
the checks boxes. It was like the cereal. It had on it an ad. It was like John Legend.
What?
It was like
as in John Legend had, like, you know.
yeah, it was John Legend and Chrissy Teigen on the box, and it was like celebrate the 12 days of Chex Mix.
I don't like this
Chex-Mix,
story, Tanner.
Chex-Mix. And they had
That's from last
they
year.
had-
Has to be from last year.
they had like all like the like mistletoe on it and all that stuff.
Has to be from
Does
last
this
year.
story have a happy ending, Tanner?
No, it's the happy ending. It Tanner left. Happy ending.
Yeah.
Happy.
yeah. So
Isaiah said that sorry, Spice Boy Zay said that Walmart has Christmas stuff.
No, because he absolutely hates pumpkin spice boy Isaiah.
Oh, pumpkin spice Zay.
we should
Pumpkin
get some.
spice boy Isaiah.
We should get Isaiah pumpkin spice things. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't like.
That's what I saw. That's what I saw.
I don't like this.
what was I gonna say? Well, anyway, as the resident Halloween
Halloween.
as our resident pumpkin king,
Yes.
let me have Halloween, please. What do you say?
Do you like pumpkin spice as a Halloween?
As a Halloween,
As a fall beverage.
Oh no, not the spam.
pumpkin spice spam.
That's vile.
That is vile.
That's a hate crime right there.
Hate crime.
That is a
Pumpkin spice.
What? Yep.
Stop. I'm hurting. Oh my gosh.
To get everyone off of the Isaiah shenanigans or whatever, there are a couple of things that I think pumpkin spice does belong in, like, for example, pumpkin pie, a lot of baked goods. Like, I can see where people are going with like the coffee aspect. I tried it. I really never got into it. I'm more of like the baked good, someone from like the baked goods perspective. Like, for example, I saw this really good recipe for pumpkin spice microwave cinnamon buns that I'm definitely going to try.
Pumpkin spice cookies, probably.
I haven't tried pumpkin spice cookies. I've had like the muffins, the breads, and all that kind of stuff. But I haven't. I tried the coffee once. I'll probably try it again because I have a Dunkin' in my dorm building.
I forgot that exists.
Yeah, but anyways, what was I gonna say? Let us have Halloween, please.
No, I might try some pumpkin spice something not from Dunkin', but of all places, I'm gonna test it out in the waters of Wawa.
We'll see what happens with pumpkin spice in
We'll see what
this
happens with pumpkin
in this
spice.
celebration and this Halloween season. But I
But-
got more
Oh my
stories.
God.
One last story
yeah,
which I like
yeah,
a lot.
which-
TwitchCon was crazy.
Okay, so
About it, Cam.
boom, right?
TwitchCon, here we come.
TwitchCon. Today is the end of the day goes to the Mets. I will throw you out.
Here we
Come.
We're already here, so we can't come here.
This is just the Mario edition.
Yeah. I'm going to be the biggest fan of the Mario movie just to annoy you.
Me dim the eyes. See if I care.
Whenever the stuff for the YouTube upload goes out, we need to put this Fat Mario on it.
So boom, right?
One more story. It's crazy.
This else the day goes to the entire continent.
It's Chris Pratt, obviously.
So the L of the day goes to the entire commission of TwitchCon. Before we get to the L of the day, TwitchCon was completely terrible. Man, the Minecraft YouTuber who originally revealed his face got to see him in person. Meg the Stallion got to perform her assets.
He saw that.
We need video, please.
I saw this. I saw this, and thank you for bringing this up again, Isaiah. Because now I refreshed it in my mind for Friday.
Now back to the L part. Fans of Twitch streamers flocked to San Diego to see some of their favorite streamers. Sadly, it was reported that a lot of people in the blue moon.
That's
Ooh, gotta love that.
She-Hulk. Now she's with Master Chief.
Lord, what a she likes green.
She likes
green. Yes. Sadly, it's reported that a lot of people forgot to freshen up, and boy, was it smelly in certain parts of TwitchCon. I guess that raccoon was in the water.
No, it's just known that conventions in general have been. Yeah, just don't as long as you just talk to any Discord mod.
I see. But as part of the festivities at TwitchCon, which ran from Friday until Sunday, there was a foam pit, which streamers have been jumping into after doing gladiator style battles. But some have reportedly been seriously hurt due to the con not prepping a safe enough environment for the participants. One Twitch streamer suffered the most alarming injury that will make your body cringe a bit. The streamer leaps off a small platform, splits legs open, and lands on her tailbone.
Oh.
Before rolling over and saying, "I can't get up." Shortly after, you could hear the announcer say, no, she's fine, which turns out the announcer lied. The streamer revealed a tweet saying, I broke my back in 2 places, and I'm getting surgery to put a meteor rod for support today. Send your support when it rains, it pours, and I'm definitely in need of the feeling and rain right now. Others shared reports of injuries, saying that they also suffered back pain at the fall in the pit. But one person also revealed that they dislocated their knee. It turns out TwitchCon did not put enough foam in the pit, which led people landing into hard concrete floors, which is why TwitchCon gets the L of the day.
L.
Yeesh.
TwitchCon.
That is absolutely the L
TwitchCon.
of the day.
TwitchCon.
I would agree.
TwitchCon. I heard so many horror stories coming out of TwitchCon. It's not funny. It's like, especially hi, I'm gonna do a thing because I'm the conventions are a big
Joe,
thing in
go
my
for it. Go
community.
for it.
A lot of times when you're like planning for a convention, you need to think worst case scenario. That's why, like, for example, VidCon, that's like one of the biggest ones. Or we yeah, let's just talk about Comic-Con, the thing that just happened over the weekend that I wish I could have gone to. But anyways, sad face. When you start doing planning for any sort of convention, you consistently need to be thinking worst case scenario. Like, if this happens, okay, this happens, we're gonna go this, and this, so that way people can, one, still have a good time, and B, people are not actively risking their safety for being at this convention. So, like, to be honest, the fact that multiple people like had reported injury, the fact that didn't get shut down on day one is kind of alarming. Because normally what happens is once people like continue, like once like a person hurts themselves, like restrictions immediately go into place. But the fact that multiple people, what's it called? The fact that multiple people did end up hurting themselves.
Yeah. It's very, very insane and tragic. Like why this kept happening.
Yeah. I don't know, to be honest, why this would have kept happening. But normally the second someone gets hurt in any way, shape, or form, whatever they were doing, like if it's something physical like gladiator style into a foam pit, restrictions are immediately in place. The entire like activity itself is rethought of like, okay, why could they have gotten hurt? How did they get hurt? Why could they have gotten hurt? How can we move that in? How can we adapt this to either A, continue to do it and have people not get hurt, or B, not even do it at all?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like every time you play something out, you gotta think of, okay, you gotta think of like World War V is gonna happen every single time you go plan on an event.
Yeah.
Because not only that, you gotta think about safety precautions, you gotta think about crowd control.
That's another big thing with conventions, crowd control, especially like that's why there's so many like bodyguards and stuff in place for like the talent and the famous people that are going to be there.
Like people are crazy. The world is a crazy place, mind you. The world's a wild place.
It is, and yeah, TwitchCon. Yeah, TwitchCon happened, and hopefully, the person who got hurt hopefully gets better. Well, all the people who got hurt.
Yeah, like if you went to TwitchCon and you crippled, my condolences.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully you'll get better. And sadly, we're coming to the end of the morning buzz today.
End of the buzz. Here we go. The next hour. Here we come.
Sleep.
Whenever the thumbnail for the YouTube version gets edited, we need to put like a mushroom on there or something. Some kind of. This is just the Mario special.
You better not. No. You placed $100+ into my Halloween costume. I'm not changing it.
No.
Well, Victor, I guess it's the end of the show. We've got to hit the top of the hour here on Station 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair.
Yes.
What do you got to say for yourself, Joe?
Here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. I know you already did it. I'm doing it without an accent for the lovely gods of the FCC.
I'm in the FCC.
Gonna be an experience.
Joe, come get your hat.
I'll come get my hat. And then don't hurt yourself at conventions.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much a good way to end it. I'm Victor Muniz Rosa. This was the morning buzz. See you guys on the flip side.
See you guys next week.
Listening to